Hi, do you know what globalization is? Globalization is a relatively new term used to describe a very old process. It is a historical process that began with our human ancestors moving out of Africa to spread all over the globe. Over the years, distance has been largely overcome and human-made barriers lowered or removed to facilitate the exchange of goods and ideas. Because of the desire to improve one's life and helped along by technology, but the interconnectedness and interdependence have grown. This increasing integration of the world or globalization has enhanced life but also created new problems. Globalization is a hot topic these days. Mexico, the United States' southern neighbor and their largest trade partner, has served as the subject in a large-scale experiment on the effects of globalization over the last 2 decades. Mexico's role as a globalization taking root is because of the country opening its economy to the rest of the world.
Globalization in Mexico has had indisputably positive effects on the national economy. In the 80s and 90s, Mexico loses its trade restrictions and reduced traffic, and signed the North America Free Trade Agreement with the United States and Canada. This action contributed to the tripling of Mexico's GDP between 1980s and 1992. The Mexican government has been, for the most part, positive of the trade expansion and development with the country. Economic growth as a result of the globalization in Mexico has centrally benefits with Mexican business and industry, but it has not benefited all of the country's citizens. There are many voices of the both sides of the globalization argument. Those in favor says that it raises the standard of living and support economic growth. Those against says that the globalization undercuts traditional labor and lifestyle while increasing wealth equality. The positive effects of the globalization in Mexico are, at least so far, limited. NAFTA has severely harmed the majority of Mexican corn farmers, who have been growing corn for thousands of years. Farmers cannot compete with the influx of cheap US grown corn in Mexico markets, and as a result have experienced income decline, poverty, and forced migration.
In the result, even smaller and locally oriented businesses have to see themselves in a global context, even if they do not intend to launch their own import or export activities. Doubtless, a major strength for many SMEs is their close customer contact and their ability to maintain close customer relationships. Nevertheless, in the light of today, businesses environment, all SMEs have to ask themselves some questions, even if they don't want to go with their local strategy and if businesses outside the regional region has no strategic logic. Could a cooperation with international partners, suppliers enable to us provide value added to our customers that would tie themselves even closer? Would such cooperation improve our profitability? Is there a chance that an international competitor enter to our local market who might be able to offer our customers the same personalized services as we do by employing new information technology and sophisticated logic solutions? How do we think about the risk that our customers might look for on new suppliers by using the internet? Especially for growth-oriented SMEs, export will be an important strategic option to achieve continued business growth. Export does not only facilitate sales growth, it offers a range of other advantages. Expansion of customer base, reduction of dependence of few major customers, opportunity to even out regional businesses' cycle-related demand fluctuations, additional growth opportunities for niche products for which the local market is limited, establishment of a new network of contacts and partners, gain experiences. This can be used to improve offers to traditional local customers.
Do not try to stop globalization. You have to jump on the bandwagon, said the director for Colombia Andean Development Corporation, Victor Traveso, in the Senduk Multilatinas Forum, the Time of Emerging, organized by American Economy in Bogotá, Colombia. Traveso says that the company that cannot adapt to globalization will not survive and that this represents a major challenge of Colombia companies accustomed to tariff protection, family origin companies, and non-transparent practices. For researching CL of Deloitte, you participate with Traverso and Fernando Moncayo, founder of Asian Group on Globalization in a Changing World panel. Globalization is a process not over because there are still many differences in all markets that companies need to recognize at the time of waiting to enter with their products or services. You cannot clone a business model from one country to another. You have to adapt, and for that we must be flexible. Cheng said, and for that he added, it is essential to preliminary study of each market.
Facebook is a prime example of modern-day globalization and adaptation. Facebook showed up on the map specifically for college students and soon spread to everybody not just in the United States but around the world. This one website revolutionized how people could connect and share information. It is used to promote individuals, but in a way to get bigger, it's also used to promote companies. According to the video social media revolution, Facebook tops Google for weekly traffic in the US. This is huge considering how global and popular the search engine Google is. Twitter followed Facebook but amped up social media at the same time. Instead of users focusing on themselves, they could focus on spreading news and current events to their followers. Twitter is about being concise and getting straight to the point. Twitter's line down what Facebook started. This correlates to globalization because as the world becomes more globalized, information it is sent faster and slimmed down the smallest or cheapest it can be. Twitter did just say that. Not to mention Twitter popularity is growing every day. The more it grows, the more globalized it becomes. According to web measurement company Comscore, the number of global Twitter users last year surged from 1.6 million to 32 million. This is one major jump in just one year. People around the world are catching on quickly.
It can be concluded that globalization in Mexico benefits some while harming others. Additionally, free trade and investment do very little, if anything, to directly combat poverty. Unfortunately, the negative consequences of globalization must affect those living in rural, agrarian, and often impoverished communities. In an ideal world, economic policies would serve to assist the most vulnerable populations for the benefit of all. But unsustainable systems that increase inequality while undermining effective traditional lifestyles are unlikely to change until global leaders begin to prioritize people over benefits. In the end, we can say that the world is changing very fast, and if we want to be updated, we have to keep up with what's going on everywhere and create strategies so we can face whatever is or will happen.